she said as they walked. "What's the matter with you?" "I don't like to see you chatting away with a strange man like that." "Don't be silly. It was just nice to speak my own language for a few minutes. There's no need for you to be jealous." She shook off the hand on her arm. Really, since they'd become a couple, Raoul had become increasingly possessive. "I'm not jealous. We don't know anything about him. He could be trying to infiltrate the group." "Oh, grow up, Raoul. Anybody would think we were in some kind of secret society." "There's a war coming. We all know that. A lot of people are suspicious of anyone with communist sympathies. I don't trust the Americans. He could be a spy." "Oh, rubbish," she exclaimed, but with less conviction in her voice. If pushed to describe their relationship, Alix would not have chosen to call him her lover. He was a friend with whom she occasionally had sex, but there had never been real love on either side. It was true to say that for both of them the act was more political than romantic. She was beginning to realize, however, that for him it was about something else. It was about control. From the start there had been very little tenderness, and over the last weeks his behaviour had become more demanding, asserting his dominance over her. She had accepted it at first, telling herself that his impatience was a sign of his overpowering desire for her. She'd even found it exciting. But recently it had begun to frighten her. The following evening, Alix was with Raoul in the same cafe, and she saw Steve come in. He was on his own, and his gaze moved from table to table until he found her and raised his hand in greeting. On an impulse, she waved him over. "This is Steve," she said to her friends. "He's American. You don't mind if he joins us, do you?" People moved up. A spare chair was found. Wine was offered, and very soon Steve was the centre of an eager inquiry into American attitudes to the situation in Europe. "If it comes to war, will the Americans join in?" was the question asked most urgently. Steve shook his head apologetically. "I'm sorry, I don't think so. Most people seem to think it's nothing to do with us and don't want to get involved." As the discussion became more animated, Raoul remained silent, glowering at the American. After a while, he pushed back his chair and got up. "I'm going, Alix. You coming with me?" She frowned up at him. "No, it's early yet. I'll stay." "Suit yourself," he said, and left. As the focus of the conversation moved elsewhere, Steve leaned across to Alix. "I hope your friend didn't leave because of me." She smiled at him. "Oh, don't take any notice, Raoul. He gets these moods sometimes." "I'm glad I found you here. I wasn't sure if we'd ever meet again." She looked at him. There was something about his face that seemed familiar, although she knew they'd never met before. It awoke memories of her childhood growing up on her father's estate outside Belgrade. The thought that he'd come to the cafe expressly to look for her gave her a small thrill of pleasure. "Oh," she made her tone casual, "we're here most nights." When the cafe closed and they all left, he asked if he could walk her back to wherever she was staying. There was no sign of Raoul, so she agreed, feeling again that little internal quiver of delight. "I'm staying at the Collège Franco-Britannique. It's for foreign students studying at the Sorbonne," she told him. "It's a bit of a trek." "I don't mind," he said. "The walk will do me good." They left the bar and, turning their backs on the Seine, with the dome of the Sacré-Cœur floating above it in the moonlight, headed down a long boulevard into the 13th arrondissement. "So," he said as they walked, "what are you doing in Paris?" She gave him a sideways look. "Not getting married?" It seemed natural to answer him in Serbo-Croat, and they continued in that language. "Ah," he thought about this for a moment. "Does that mean that if you were not in Paris, you would be getting married?" "Put it this way, I'd be finding it very hard not to." "Someone pressuring you?" "My father." "Why would that be?" She caught his eye. He was looking at her as if his answer really mattered to him. She sighed. "My father belongs to a very old aristocratic family. He's Count Malkovich, and he has very firm ideas about where a woman belongs and what she should do. He's made up his mind that I ought to marry the son of another old aristocratic family to cement an alliance." He whistled softly. "Gee, that sounds positively Victorian."